Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hello, viewers. Roz, one Scorpio. You can't hear, but okay. Hey, pop of the party. What you smiling about?
I don't know, because y'all are some beautiful black people.
Okay,
I
we'll
like
take it.
I like beautiful black people. So hello, beautiful black people. Yeah, we about to start this show in five, four, three, two. I'm Brother Man from the fifth floor. Here we go.
Look at us trying to start on time. We don't know what to do with
I
ourselves.
know I don't even know what's gonna happen. We never start on time. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Steel Radio. I'm your man, Steel. And once again, as always, I got my two beautiful co-hosts, Ebony, aka Miss Hot Topic. She. Oh my goodness! Look at the glass. Look at the glass. That's what I'm talking about. I see it. I see you. And I got my man Ryan, aka B Rabbit, aka the Green Eyed Genie. He's over there with his shirt on. I don't know exactly what it says, but it looks pretty cool. Uh, yeah, we chilling. So we're just going once again let this little intro play to get y'all time to get logged in, introduce yourselves, and say hello. All this good jazz. Of course, Ebony is drinking her Cavassier. I'm sure of that.
Thank you, pop of the party. I did use my Cricut. It was my test class to see if I could use the Cricut to do it.
Hey, listen, what we're not gonna do is talk about this damn cricket thing again. Hell no, that shit was like 45-minute conversation talking about the cricket. I was just trying to get a little plug in there, and we ain't got no sponsors yet, so we probably got people out there buying crickets, and we ain't getting paid. Yeah.
Whatever.
What you sipping on, B?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. I mean,
in his Grinch cup.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm drinking my Deer Park vodka because that's how I roll. I'm getting litty. That's my Deer Park vodka. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't just get this anywhere. Yeah.
That's true.
So I promise I'm trying not to get too tipsy out here today. Just a little bit. So what are we talking about tonight? Because I don't even know. We don't even have a topic for our show.
Well, wait a minute. You calling me? I'm supposed to be the topic person, but I'm looking on your page, and I said, "Oh, look at him trying to be cute now." Got topics.
Maybe I was just listen. I was just throwing some randomism out there, trying to, I was trying to get people like to talk about stuff just on the page, so maybe we can carry it over to the show. I mean, I don't know, it don't matter, but we can talk about some of that. We can talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Listen, we're gonna talk because one thing you put up sparked some other questions. You know how my mind works when I start having questions.
Listen, I'm gonna need you to calm down because we ain't listening. My ass is still a little, torched. Okay, we're not doing that. I'm not.
Lies. The last show, you had plenty of time to cool off because the last show nobody got torched.
I mean, it was about to be torchy. You know what I'm saying? It was about to be real torchy.
But that wasn't my fault, so I'm not taking the blame for that.
No, I'm not. No, I don't expect you to take responsibility for that. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely not your fault. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we just.
But I feel like that might have been a test that the show must go on, and we failed the test.
We didn't fail. How did we fail? When the show went on?
No, it didn't. The show stopped and came back.
But it went on. It still went on. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want things to get like.
See, Pop of the Party said the last show was fun.
Yeah, but I didn't want. I mean, we always try to do a fun show. Our problem is sometimes we don't stay on topic, and what I want to try to control. Like sometimes, like if I'm talking, if you're talking, I want to try to like make sure that we're not talking over each other. because it probably gets like kind of like cluttery to the audience and stuff like that. So you know, I'm trying to do that. But I'm over here chilling. You know what I mean? I don't even have no ice cream though.
I bought some snickerdoodle ice cream. It tastes just like snickerdoodles. It was good.
That's a good flavor ice cream, man. Good flavor ice cream. What's wrong, B? I mean, you look tired, bro. You all right? You good?
A little tired, but it's cool.
It's cool, man. Well, we about to get it. We about to get into this. So we're gonna just talk about what some of the things I post already this week.
Yeah, I want to talk about the one in particular about the person you're dating, or I guess the person you're dating, your mate, whoever, however you want to, your partner showing up to your job unexpected.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Listen, I'll save it for the show, but I'm gonna put this out there early during the intro. Zero tolerance. Zero.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for the intro to be over so I can.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for the intro. Then we're gonna get into it. Yeah, we can get into it. But as far as I'm concerned, zero tolerance. Oh shit! Almost forgot. Listen, we don't own the rights to none of the music that we play on the show. I almost forgot that. One of the shows almost got edited because of that. And X'd out. So we don't own the rights to the music of anything that we play on the show. Sometimes we just play some music if we feel like it. So no disturbance of the artist. We just happen to like your music. That's all. And this just happened to be one of our songs that we like to play for the intro. Because it's smooth. It's quiet. It's cool. It gets you in a mood. And, here we go. It's about to go out. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go. About to start this show. Welcome to Still Radio. Again, I'm the man Still, along with Ebony, a.k.a. Miss Hot Topic. And, of course, Brian, a.k.a. B-Rabbit, a.k.a. the green-eyed genie who's over there choking on some shit right now as we start the show. I mean, listen, medical emergency. Anyway, so thank you, everyone who is tuning in. We don't have a lot of viewers as of yet, but it's okay because we're going to record the show. We can post it, and you guys will just see it later. So that's a good thing about, going live with record features now.
On my YouTube.
Right, so we don't have to ever worry about people like actually missing the show. They're just gonna see it live. But anyway, so let's get into this thing. So what we talking about? Boom. Oh yeah, go ahead, read it off.
So hey, Miss Sneezy. So you posted on the page a question. Here's the thing. I didn't read any of the comments, so I don't know how people responded. I just saw the post, and the post said, is it cool for your partner, your mate, I'm assuming not your spouse, but just someone that you're dating, to pop up at your job unannounced?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So y'all watching us, tell us what y'all think about this. You already said, Paul, it's an absolute no for you.
What I said was zero tolerance is what I said. Zero tolerance.
So are you talking about somebody you're in a relationship with or somebody you're just dating? That's a good question. Let's put parameters around this. When you say zero tolerance, are you talking about somebody that you're just dating casually, or you're talking about someone you put a title on the relationship? Tell us what you mean when you say zero tolerance.
When I say zero tolerance, I just simply mean if we're dating, if we're whatever you want to put title on it, I don't necessarily like people just popping up on me. I don't like that. I don't like it.
So you're saying somebody, so it doesn't matter if you're dating or in a relationship or whatever, you don't like people popping up, women to pop up.
I don't like it. Now I will say this. Excuse me?
What are you hiding? Why? Why can't your
lady? Why is it that it has to be about someone hiding something. It could just be a level of comfortability. You know what I'm saying? So respect.
But how are you not comfortable with your girlfriend? I get it. I get it. You're saying it's somebody I'm just casually dating. But why are you not comfortable with somebody that you're saying I'm in a relationship with popping up to your job?
Because here's the thing. My thing is this: just because you may be in a relationship with someone or whatever, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't still have a sense of respect for a person's privacy or just whatever. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is I'm not saying like so for instance, like I still don't think there's nothing wrong with, hey, babe, I'm about to pull up. Okay, cool. At least let me know that you're about to pull up.
But what if
you know
I want to surprise you and bring you lunch or something special?
Hey, okay, ready? You ready how this works? Watch this. I'm gonna show you. Ready? Hello? Yeah, babe. Oh, babe, you about to bring me lunch? Okay, shit, that's cool.
That's not a surprise.
It don't need to be. It don't need to be. It don't need to be. This all I'm saying is put a call in. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Give a nigga a heads up and like, hey, look, I'm about to bring you lunch. Oh shit, that is a surprise. That to me. Hold on, that is a surprise to me because I didn't know that you was thinking about me enough to want to bring me lunch that day. So yes, that would be a surprise, but I don't necessarily need you, to be at my door like, no, call me.
Mail lady said,
call me.
So you're saying even if you're in the parking lot, just call and say I'm here.
I mean, I'm gonna need you to call before you get to the parking lot, but call me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't think that.
So you don't feel like that. You don't feel like that seems a little suspect to the person that you're with.
It could go both ways for me. It could go both ways for me because I could be like, why you popping up? What you don't trust me? You think I got something else going on? That's why you popped up. See, it could go both ways. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is call me. That's all.
Okay, mail lady says, is there a difference from people popping up at your job or at your home, or you feel the same way about both?
Listen, call me. I don't give a shit. Listen, I don't give a shit if it's at my home or if it's at my business. Call me. I just don't think I don't think it's that much to ask for someone, whether you're dating, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I have stopped talking to people for popping up unexpectedly. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just roll up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put a call and it's not that much. I'm not saying you now, perfect example. If someone like that you were dating or whatever wanted to bring you lunch or whatever, and they was like, hey, I'm about to slide through and bring you lunch, and I was like, nah, I'm good. You can't come through, then I can be like, okay, nigga, what you hiding? But if I just simply say, you know what I'm saying, respect my time and this.
So you're saying it's more about boundaries. Like there should still be.
Yeah, just like this call. Because for me, first man, you could pop up. I could be training a client. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, that type of thing. So just like, you know what I'm saying, it's not for me, it's not real professional for me to have to, I don't know, just call me. That's it. And if I, you know what I'm saying,
Somebody asked in the comments, what is Brian's point of view?
I don't like nobody popping up at my house. That's a damn sure enough way to get fucked up. I don't want you popping up. I don't even like my family just popping up. Me and my mother had an argument because she popped up at my house. And that was my mother.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I didn't care. You could have said something. I understand the one is surprise. I do hear that. I get that. I understand that. But even if you call it, it's still a surprise. I didn't expect it, so either way, it's still a surprise.
So that's your house. About the job.
Oh hell no! I don't like that.
If you pop about the job.
Wait a minute. When you were dating, we're not talking about me. When you were dating or in a relationship with other women, were you cool with them stopping by your job?
No.
Absolutely not.
I wasn't hiding. I don't because people take stuff and run with it. So then it becomes, it wasn't a big deal, so I can pop up all the time. I can pop up anywhere I want. No, you fucking can't. You probably end up getting, no. Just no.
No, you cannot.
She said, Brian has spoken. Wait a minute. So let me ask you this. This is funny. Let me ask you this. We never talked about this, and I pop up at Brian's job all the damn time.
Well, I mean,
wait a minute. I want to ask him, did it bother you when I first did it?
I was like, what the hell?
He never said anything.
I mean, you know, Brian, you know, he didn't say anything, but for me, all I'm saying is this. Okay, here's my thing.
Oh, before you say that, I was getting ready to say that I think personally it kind of depends on what kind of job you have. And the reason I say that is because you have a job, your job is pretty much open to the public. Like anybody can walk in anytime and say, hey, I want to know about this boxing fitness area. You know what I mean? So like it's a public type of thing. I think it will be different depending upon like if you work, let's say, in an office or something, you know what I mean? Something just depends on the kind of work you do. Brian's job is also the public can come in. So I just never gave it a thought that I was like, I'm going to just stop by his job. But I also don't expect him that if I stop at the job to just drop everything because I'm there. So as soon as I walk in, if I see that he's with other people, I just kind of hang back until he's free. And if he's taking a while to become free, I just be like, I just stop by and say hi or whatever. I'm leaving, or I'll be like, I'll come back later. I don't want to infringe upon, like you said, it would be rude for you to just stop dealing with your client because your lady stopped by. So I don't ever make him feel like I'm here, you need to drop everything because I showed up. If I see he's busy, I hang back or I leave.
But everybody doesn't like that.
He said everybody don't feel like that.
Right. So so my point is, again, the only thing that I'm saying is this. It doesn't take much time, and if it doesn't take much effort for you to just call me and just be like, look, hey, are you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a personal trainer, because I have class and stuff like that, I think it would be even more imperative that you call me and say, hey, do you have a client right now? Because if you don't, I would like to, bring you lunch. Or do you have a client right now? No, I don't have no client right now. Or let me push this client back and maybe we can have lunch together. So for me, it's just call me and say, so I'm not saying you can't come through, but call me, because 9 times out of 10, if you pop up on me, I'm going to have this whole thing called an attitude. I'm going to be mad as shit. I'm like, fuck. And then I'm telling you, there have been people who have popped up on me. And trust me, you see a bad side of me when you do that. Listen, I have stopped talking to people for popping up on me. Don't do that.
So Roz said, if you know their schedule or when they usually have a break and you go at that time, I don't think it's bad. Mel Lady says, sounds like you got people popping up on you.
Well,
how many times would you estimate people have just popped up on you?
A lot. So here's the thing, right? So this is my thing. So I'm guilty of this, right? So in the past, like if I choose to, I don't know, not talk to somebody anymore for, I don't know, whatever reason. It could be a number of reasons, but it doesn't really take a big reason, but it could be a reason. I will ghost you. And the thing about this whole ghosting thing, I used to ghost people long before there was a term for it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, if I don't feel like talking to you, if I don't feel like the mood, the vibe, whatever it is that I'm getting from you ain't cool, I'm good. And sometimes I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to text you and be like, hey, I don't like you. Hey, I don't think this is going to work. Hey, I'm not sure if me and you are meant. I'm not doing all that. I'm just going to take it upon my own grown responsibility to no longer communicate with you, right? So there's been times where I have done that, and then the person that I have, this new term, ghosted, takes it upon themselves to just show up at my job. I'm like, the fuck? What are you doing? Like, no, we don't do those games.
You should not ghost people when you work at a public place. It doesn't really work. But here's the thing. I think this is a whole different topic. We might need a whole new show for this one.
We might need a whole new show.
I think that you're too old to be ghosting people.
What?
I think
Explain.
I think you're too old to be ghosting people. I think that we're
Yeah.
at the age. And here's the thing. I do that to people all the time. Well, not as much now, but I used to do it to people all the time. Not ghost them, but just decide I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it. Whether it's a friendship, whether it's somebody I'm dealing with romantically. Like, I feel like sometimes I feel like, you know the shit that you did, and I don't need to give you a long explanation. But if you hit me up, I will respond and let you know I don't really want to do this.
But
Brian, what you gonna say?
Other side of that is you can tell people that and they don't want to accept that.
Well, if they don't accept it, that's their business.
No, it was not, because that's when they get to popping up and other shit, because I've told you I don't want to deal with you, I don't want to do this. And I literally had to say, I don't accept that. What do you mean? I don't like you. Leave me alone. What is it not to accept?
And so the audience is saying conversations need to be had because women will wonder what's going on, hence the pop-up. Then somebody says, Papa the Party says, your ghost bill collections, not the people. You ghost bill collectors, not the people in your life that at some point meant something to you. Sneezy says, ghosting people is rude. Agree. Just say you're not interested. Ross says, then you can ghost them then. Then Ross said they can ghost then you can ghost them then. Yeah. Okay. But you should still say it. And I agree. Like, here's the thing. I don't ever have a problem letting a person know, like, this just isn't working for me. Now, when they start asking a whole bunch of questions, I don't have no problem shutting that down either. Like, I really don't even want to do this with you. You know what I mean? But sometimes I understand that people see things differently. So from the woman's perspective, she doesn't even know, like you said, it could be some random shit that you just be like, yeah, I'm not really feeling her no more. And she doesn't even know why. Everything was going well for the last month, for the last 2 weeks, for the last whatever. We had great sex last night. Like, whatever it was, now she's sitting over here like, what's going on? Maybe he's busy. Because here's the other thing with you, Paul. It's kind of hard to know, like, when you're ghosting, because you sometimes take long periodical times.
Listen.
To respond to people. So maybe they didn't view it as ghosting. They just was like, he's super busy.
Right.
You know what? I'm going to just go up to the job because I know he's always at work. He's super busy. I'm going to just go up to the job.
Here's the thing. Now, it may take me a lot of times to respond back, you know what I'm saying, to somebody because of work or whatever. It may take, I might text you at 9 o'clock in the morning and you might not hear back from me till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, right? But at some point in time, I will get to you, right? Now, if I haven't got to you in, let's say, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, the chances of me ghosting you are probably about 97%, okay? So for me, there's no real easy way to say, hey, I'm not going to do all that. And I think as a grown man, right, I have the right, I have the freedom to continue to communicate or not to communicate with whomever I choose. And how I choose to do it also is to my discretion. Because there have been moments when I've gone through this, hey, well, I'm just calling to tell you, hey, I've gone through a situation where someone told me, well, I said, well, look, I don't think it's going to work. I'm just going to go ahead and leave you alone. Well, you didn't have to call me to tell me that. You could have just not called me. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Right? I've had that conversation with somebody before. Like, you didn't have to call me to tell me that. You could have just sent me a text. Or you could have just not said anything at all. I would have got the message. Okay, cool. Right? So I'm not saying that works for everybody. But you know what I'm saying? When you start talking to somebody, that's not something that you talk about. That's not say, hey, well, if you decide that you don't want to talk to me no more, let me know. Sometimes you have that conversation, sometimes you don't. So for me, if I don't want to talk to you, it's my right, it's my prerogative. If I haven't talked to you in about a couple of days, 3-4 days, the chance of me ghosting you is 97%. So then you don't take it upon yourself. Here's my thing. If I haven't talked to you 3, 4, 5 days, a week's time, haven't texted you, haven't called you, haven't answered your text, haven't replied back, ain't sent no what the fuck emojis or none of that. What makes you think at that point that it's ever okay to then pop up at my job? What do you think I'm going to say to you that I have not said because I haven't said nothing to you in a whole week? Stop playing with me, man. Don't pop up at my job.
I mean, but listen, I don't know.
Bullshit.
I'm speaking figuratively, I guess, because I agree that, like, here's the thing, I had never been the type of chick that chase a dude down. So
ready?
I
Listen,
agree that if you don't respond to me, then I'm gonna just be like, all right, that's what we doing. Like, I'm just
listen.
Mail lady says, Mail lady says, I've ghosted and I've been ghosted. No questions or explanations needed. It is what it is. Then she said, that's probably why you had the drama you had from episode 1.
Excuse me?
You're always such a delayed reaction.
You know what? So what? The point is, if I don't want to talk to somebody, I don't have to talk to you. And what I'm not going to do, people aren't going to bully me.
Wait a minute. Ross said, nope, the drama from episode 1 was from him actually talking to all the people.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, my thing is, if I don't want to talk to somebody, I want to talk to them, and no one's going to bully me into talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to bully your way into my personal space because you feel you need an answer to something in your life. I'm not going to do it. Listen, I'm not your therapist. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, when me coming just popping up at my job, thinking because you think you have a point. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I don't know. I mean, here's the thing for me, and I think that Ross said it earlier. She would love, for somebody to pop up with some food or some flowers or some peach crown. For me, it doesn't bother me if you pop up at my job. In fact, it's kind of sweet in my mind. Now, of course, this is somebody I'm in a relationship with. Somebody that I'm just, kicking it with or talking to every now and again. You should not be popping up anywhere. I also don't have a major issue with people popping up at my house if we have that relationship. But I feel like the friends that I have that relationship with, they know that. And the family that I have that relationship with, they know that. So I don't really, that's where me and Brian differ a lot, because for me, like, Brian is just, my kids, they're teenagers. I have a 20-year-old and I have a 17-year-old at home. So they don't really like to go anywhere. They like their own house. So they always have people coming over to the house. It drives Brian bananas, right? Brian is like, why is it always so many niggas here? Who's at the door now? It doesn't really bother me at all.
Listen.
But I think that's also kind of, the difference from our upbringing too, where, like, my family was always like, we always got room at our house. If it's a room on the floor, it's room for somebody else. So for me, I'm always, inviting somebody. You can stay here, or I got to come have the talk with Brian. So-and-so needs to stay here because this and this happened. So it don't bother me much. Just know that if you drop by my house unexpected, I'm probably going to be naked. So that's the reason that you should call.
You should just call. I just think that, again, I understand the sentiment, the nice sentiment, the nice gestures. Hey, I want to come bring you some lunch. Hey, I want to just, I don't know, stop in for a hug. I mean, I get all those, the nice gestures and things like that. Only thing that I'm saying was you still can accomplish those same things, but still respect somebody's personal space and just put a call in. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? Just say, hey, I don't know, I'm just trying to make your day a little bit better, so I figured I would stop in and bring you something to eat. 9 times out of 10, I'm be like, cool, I appreciate that. You get what I'm saying? But to stop by just because you think you have the right to.
Okay, let me ask this question. What about special occasions? Because I do know the one time that I dropped by Brian's job, he had to work on his birthday. So I dropped by Brian's job. I brought balloons and I brought him a gift card to get lunch. And, it was a big to-do. And, Brian doesn't like a lot of attention.
Right.
So I think that probably, did that bother you more than any other time?
No.
Because then everybody on the job was like, oh, you know what I mean? And so I felt like he was like, yeah, I could have went all day without that stop by.
I mean, I just think that it's a,
So even on special occasions, your lady, now I'm talking about somebody you're in a relationship with, even on special occasions, she can't just stop by and surprise you.
call me. That's all I'm
I
saying.
don't know, Paul. It sounds to me like you got shit to hide. I'm just saying.
Nah. I just like the respect that a person just calls. That's all. It's not about anything, hiding anything or whatever.
So your lady can't just stop by your house.
Call. Simply call. You want to come over? Call.
So
Hey.
You've never given any woman a key to your home?
Call, nigga. Call. Call, nigga. You need to call.
Have you ever given a woman a key to your house?
Key to your house?
Yes.
Like a key? Like to enter the door?
Yes.
Like just to walk in? Nah, nigga. Absolutely not. No. Mm-mm. Nah. Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you know what? Here's the thing. This is a real situation. When I was living in Chicago, real story. I was living in Chicago and I had to go to New Orleans for a fight. I did give a woman a key to my home because I said, I need you to favor. I'm being in New Orleans. I got to fight. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I need you to go there and let my dogs out while I'm gone. Those were the instructions. Feed them in the morning, feed them and let them out at night. Those were the instructions, okay? This is when I was fighting as an amateur. When I came back, she had moved in. Completely moved the shit. She just moved all the shit in. She was in the house. Yeah, she moved in. That's exactly what she did. And I'm like,
what do you mean? You mean she just brought some clothes over? Like, what do you mean she moved in?
She took my top drawer, moved it to my second drawer, took my second drawer, consolidated it to my third drawer, and she took my first and my second drawer, and her shit was in my drawer. I had summer's eves and shit all in my shower and shit. The fuck?
Well, that means that she was just staying there while you were gone, but she was ready to go when you got back, right?
No, nigga, no. She just moved in. You hear me? She just moved in. I'm like,
How long did she stay, Paul?
She stayed about 6 months. I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen, ladies, take notes. If you ever really just want to move in with them, just, tell them you take care of the dogs.
And you know what? Let me ask you another question. Let me ask this question. Because there have been other situations in my life that just, there's been times when I was a lot of this stuff happened when I was in Chicago. It was crazy. I was in Chicago. I was living there, right? So I had this chick come over. I got up. I had to leave to go to work in the morning. She was still asleep. I said, look, I didn't want to wake her. I didn't want to disturb her. I said, okay, I'm going to let you go ahead and sleep. Do you, right? I'm going to go ahead and go to work. When I come, then just let yourself out when you leave. Turn the lock. You get the fuck on. Cool. No problem. She wasn't like no main thing or nothing, but she was a thing at that time. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So, boom. Fast forward to the night, right? So my other little boo thing that I was dealing with at the time, I had her come over, right? Check it out. We go out to eat. Boom. Beautiful night. We went to the movie. Boom. Beautiful night. We even went to it's like a little lake. We went to a little stroll around the lake. Yeah. I'm like, boom. Good night. I'm like, so now we get back to the crib, right? Beautiful night. Everything was just fantastic. Everything was like JJ from Good Time. It was dynamite. All of a sudden, I'm in the kitchen. She comes stomping down the stairs with her angry boots on. I'm like, whoa, when did you put your angry shoes on? I don't even understand. When did you put those boots on? She was like, I guess this is how the night's gonna end. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I don't even know what happened. She walks out, slams the door. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm looking around. I'm like, I go upstairs. I pull the curtain back to the bathroom. The chick who was there the night before left what? Some Summer Eve and a motherfucking razor in my shower. I couldn't even explain the shit. I don't get it. Why do women want to live tokens of their appearance? Why? I don't get it. I had a woman one time took her drawers off and left her drawers under my pillow. What the fuck is that about?
Was supposed to be like a sexy little.
No, nigga, that wasn't a sexy. It wasn't sexy when the other woman found it. It wasn't sexy at all.
Well, you were supposed to find it before somebody else did.
Nigga, listen. Who's looking under their pillows and shit for like drawers?
Here's the thing. I don't know because I've never been the chick that left mementos, so I don't really know. But I don't understand. See, this. You know what this also comes from? This also comes from you not keeping it a buck with everybody you fucking with. So if you had kept it a buck with the lady you strolled the lake with, she would have known that you deal with other women. Like y'all are not in a relationship.
First of all, listen. Go speak, Brian. Go ahead. Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
That's why he's choking, because he can't get it out. What? Okay, go ahead.
I can tell you all that. If they don't like the fact that I'm doing somebody else, they do shit like that. What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know.
That's they do. That's what they can keep the other person from coming back. Or if someone else finds it, then they'll start dealing with you. I've dealt with that dumb shit.
How old were y'all? What's the age for this happening?
I was when I was in Chicago. I was like 27, some shit.
Okay, so maybe in your 20s that makes sense.
I was younger.
I guess.
I was young.
Mid-30s. Brian said he was mid-30s. I've never done that. Here's the thing. If you tell me up front that like you're not the only one and I'm just kind of doing my thing or whatever, and I say I'm cool with that, then that's what it is. The problem is also what I find is that men want to say, you're not the only one, I'm doing my thing, but they don't want you to do the same thing. So they expect that even though you're not the only one, I'm doing my thing, whenever I call you, you need to be available because I want to see you.
That's not true. Maybe the men that you've dealt with, that's not true. That is not true. Not for me. That's not true.
So if you called one of your chicks on your roster and said, hey, what you doing tonight? I want to see you tonight. And she said, oh, man, actually, I'm busy. I got a thing with Danny tonight. You're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. Have fun.
But here's the thing. As you pointed out, real shit, if, as you pointed out, I had or have a roster, then okay, I got a roster. Somebody will fill that slot. You know what I mean?
But listen, sometimes, here's the thing, everything ebbs and flows. So sometimes the roster only has 2 women on it. Sometimes the roster has 5. Like, you've had a roster before, even if you say you don't have one now. You've had a roster before, and you know the roster ebbs and flows. So sometimes the roster only got 2 good ones. Sometimes you got 5 or 6 you're trying to juggle. So this might just be a time when the roster ain't got but 1 or 2 on it. Because you had to ghost some people and let some people off the roster. And you call Old Faithful, and Old Faithful says, yeah, I'm busy tonight. I got Danny on tonight. You gonna be cool with that?
Listen.
Agency.
Say what? What'd you say, B?
It's something called free agency.
Say it one more time, B.
Hold on. Are there more comments? Are there any comments after Roz's comment? Because I don't see any new comments after her comment that says pull up on me.
I don't. Why you guys are blurry? You guys are fading in and out over there.
Okay, I'm going to go out and come back in. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to just go out and come back in and see if that helps.
All right. Oh, no. No. Still blurry.
Okay, but I did see a comment pop up, so I'm going to see if a comment pops up. But anyway, So, okay, so I don't know. Honestly, I'm 43 years old. I don't got time to be leaving mementos and shit. Like, I don't give a fuck who else you fucking with. But again, I have been told most of my life that I'm very different than a lot of women. I personally, I don't give a fuck who you fucking with. And I've never been the chick that's like, I'm gonna just leave this stuff here. The most I might leave somewhere, no, I didn't. I always had a whole bag. So
you had a what?
It's called a whole bag.
You had a whole bag?
Yeah, so when I was single, I always kept a bag in my trunk that included a full change of clothes.
Okay.
Panties, bra, all that. When I wore panties, I don't wear them no more, but panties, bra, and everything like that. Yeah, I see your comment. Thank you, Ross. Toothbrush, toothpaste, whatever I needed for my hair. I always kept that in my trunk all times, 24/7.
Now, let me ask you a question. Why did you keep a whole bag in your car? I mean, was it like just in case you was out and you decided to just
stay out?
Yeah, and I decided to stay out wherever I was. So I always kept a bag, you know what I mean? So listen, I don't have to get ready, I stay ready. So it just...
Oh, okay. I mean,
wait a minute. The ladies are getting mad. They said I'm telling the secrets. I'm sorry. You will be surprised how many women keep a whole bag. It's a whole bag.
Well, here's the thing. Is that really a secret though? Like, I mean, is that really a secret? Like, do you think we as men don't think that y'all keep clothes in your car and shoes and shit in your car? Like, I mean, we know these things. It's not like, I mean, we might not comment on them, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
So I didn't have any reason to leave anything anywhere. Ross said men have them too. Ryan just said the same thing, that men have them too. Yeah, so I didn't have any reason to just be leaving shit in houses. Because
men have what?
Whole bags.
Oh, whole bag. I don't have a whole bag. I don't have those. I don't have a whole bag.
And here's the thing. Even when I stopped carrying a whole bag, like when I was like, okay, I'm in a relationship and I don't need the whole bag, I always kept a toothbrush and toothpaste in my purse. Mel Lady says, yes, I don't care if they fucking with anybody either, but I would want to know to protect myself. You can't go raw dog with everybody. Not everybody clean, so if it keeps it 100, then it's cool. Here's the thing. When I was single, when I'm saying that you're not my man, we're not going raw dog. I don't care how often we have sex. Like, that's just been my rule. It's just been my rule that if you're not my man, and I don't care if we have sex 2 or 3 days a week, if we haven't established a clear line of where we are and what we're doing, I'm already assuming that you're fucking other people, because I'm probably fucking other people. So
go ahead. I mean, women, you know, I don't know. Women assume that shit. Women assume that shit anyway. Whether you,
well, like I said, the main reason that I assume it,
you can tell a woman the truth. Women be like, oh, you're fucking
other people. Like, if you're not my man, I'm probably fucking other people. So I assume that, you know, or even if you're not, you have the option to do so. So it's on me to protect me. So we're gonna have to use a condom until we've established what we're doing.
Right.
That's just been my rule in life.
So let me ask you a question. This is a little off the topic or whatever like that. Kind of on talk, whatever. But let me. What I want to know is this: women, like, when women don't have sex for a while or whatever, do women play with themselves? Do women masturbate?
Is that a real question?
Yeah, because here's the thing. The reason why it's a real question, because I want to know. I found out recently that men, like, well, I mean, there's some men out there who actually masturbate. Is that true?
Yes,
like,
from what I understand, men masturbate even when they're fucking. Like, they just masturbate to be.
But I want to know, like, who, like, I want to know, like, who these people, like, I don't want to know them, but I'm saying I'm not being silly or nothing like that, but I thought that was more of I really thought that was more of a woman thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman would, you know, because they make toys and shit, bullets and rabbits and jackknives and.
So you're saying that you don't masturbate anymore?
I've never masturbated. Like, ever. Like, why would I do that? Masturbated? I never did that. I'm sure, I mean.
So, Miss Adeline says, yep, sure the hell do, the rose. So, here's the thing.
Is
Everybody's
that a
different.
thing for men? I don't even know if that's a real thing for men.
Everybody's different. So, you know, some women, just like some men masturbate all the time, some women masturbate all the time. I personally, I don't really care to masturbate that often because it doesn't do the same thing for me that actual sex does. So, I mean, yeah, I'll get the nut, but like, you know what I mean? It's not the same. Some women, though, they talk about having the rose and they talk about, some people just like to masturbate. Some men and women, they just like to masturbate. But I mean, here's the thing. If people weren't really masturbating, I don't feel like sex stores would still be a thing.
You got a point. Got a point there.
It says, Ross says guys probably do it more, I think. You don't have to when you always got women. That's why you don't masturbate, because she said you don't have to when you always got women.
Well, first of all, it's something, I don't have that much of I just don't have that much. I mean, I have a good imagination, but when it comes to that, like, I don't have that much of imagination to be like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to think about? Am I supposed to think of someone? I'm not going to think of no celebrity chick for what? Because that would just piss me off. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what do you think about?
Well, that's another thing. Like, I had a girlfriend who she could not masturbate unless she had some type of porn on. She was the same way as what you're describing. Like, she needed some type of visual thing. I could literally masturbate while I'm on this live. I don't need a whole lot of. You know what I mean? I'm just
like,
saying.
How? I mean, like, don't you need something to like?
I don't personally. So some people, some women, some men, they don't need anything. They just, I'm horny, I want to come, whatever, and they do. So I hear some women say they masturbate every night to go to sleep.
Wow.
And so it just depends, like, you know what I mean? Some people need that stimulation. Some people don't. I really don't need the stimulation, honestly. I don't need it. I don't have to watch porn. I don't have to visualize any person in my head. I'm going to get this nut. You know what I mean? Like, everybody.
Yeah, because even like if you turn on porn, like okay, if you turn on porn, I get it. Like, so porn will it will be like, oh shit, like I'll watch the porn, I'll be like, okay, he really okay. I'll start hearing the sounds, okay, but that's still not enough to make me say I want to play with myself. If anything, it'll make me be like, shit, is there somebody in the call that can come over and give me that? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sit there and just do it myself. Like, what would be the point? Because if you ever get that horny as a man, I'm thinking if you get that horny to want to do it, like, playing with yourself ain't gonna do it.
That's how I feel, and that's the reason why I don't masturbate often. Because I feel the same way. Like, this is not gonna give me what I really need. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. Like, I literally have spent like a whole day. Like, let me see how many times I can make myself come. But at the end of that, it still was not what I really was craving and what I really needed. So that's why I don't personally masturbate often. But like I said, some people just like doing it. I have talked to and met men that masturbate on a very regular basis, and they're married and they're having sex on a regular basis. So it's not because they're not getting none. It's just they like masturbating.
I can't do it. I can't even do it. I don't even know.
Somebody asked on the live. So the rose is a toy. It looks like a rose. That's why they call it a rose. And it has like a suction cup thing on it. So it kind of does a suction thing to your clit. And it's like the newest, biggest thing that all the women are loving the rose because of the suction thing on your clit. Mail lady, I'm not a champ. I don't have to focus. I could do it in traffic. I could do it while I'm talking to you. Like, I don't personally have to focus on any particular thing to play with myself. I could be talking and playing with myself at the same time. Personally, I don't have to focus. Now, I'm not saying that's the case during sex, but like just playing with myself, I don't have to focus at all. Wow. Roz said you just concentrate on the feeling it's providing, not a visual.
Oh yeah, because for me, I mean, I would need, like, you know what I mean, like, because as a man, like, you know, for women, like, they make all these super sensitive ass toys.
They make a lot of toys for men.
Well, I would never know.
You know, they have toys that like feel like a vagina on the inside, and you just supposed to put your don't be making toy. We go to the toy store sometimes. No, but we go to the toy store sometimes just to see what's new or hey, babe, let's try this or whatever. They make toys for men.
Right, but and I get that, and I'm sure that they do, but there's no toy in a store that could ever.
You got to get the one that feels like a vagina on the inside.
It doesn't matter because listen,
I put my fingers in it and it's all soft. It's all soft.
But it ain't
tight. I think
but it's not the real thing. It can't kiss you back. It can't, it can't grab you. You know what I'm saying? It can't talk shit to you. It can't do none of that. You know.
You're asking for a lot.
Now you're asking for too much. But here's the thing: if you're in a pinch, so you're saying there's never been a time that you just laying in bed midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever. And you like, damn, I'm horny as fuck. And you can't call, I mean, you probably could, but I'm just saying in general, you're not about to call nobody at 2 o'clock in the morning and be like, what you doing? So.
No, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying there's been times that I haven't been asleep and woke up like, damn, I sure want to fuck. But there's never been a time I woke up like, damn, I want to fuck. Let me play with my dick.
Well, maybe you didn't want to fuck bad enough, or sometimes like the feeling just doesn't go away. Like, you know what I mean? So you're like, I got to do something to deal with this. Or maybe you just don't have anybody available. Like, I think there are various reasons why. But like I said, I know women they play with themselves every night to go to sleep.
I just didn't know if it was I just didn't really think that men did shit like that. I just thought that
men definitely masturbate often. A lot of men.
I never knew that.
And also, ask how many women on this live right now have received videos of some nigga playing with himself or jerking off. Men don't play with themselves. From some nigga jerking off, he just sends you a video of him coming or jerking off. Women, tell him what's really going on.
I don't, but I think
so
sometimes.
You never sent a picture or a video to a woman of you like jerking off or rubbing your dick or nothing?
Never.
Have you ever done that, babe? See, Brian said he's done it.
Never. If anything.
Wait, you never had phone sex?
No, never. Not phones. But no, let me think. Phone sex? Like, was somebody just talking to you and shit?
Yeah, you're talking to each other and you're both playing with yourselves at the same time.
Like me? Like who? Like who would do that? I don't get it. Like for me, again, if we're talking on
Well, let's say you had to go out of town. You was out of town for one of your boxing matches or whatever. Let's say.
Okay.
You was gonna be gone for a week. Let's say.
It's happened.
So when you're talking to your lady or whoever you're dealing with at that time, I miss you, and y'all never had that type of sex.
No, I mean, it's been like, listen, I miss you. I can't wait to get back because when I get back, listen, I'm about to tear your ass up when I get back, type some shit. That's what we gonna do.
So you've never had a long distance relationship?
I have.
And y'all didn't have phone sex?
No. Fly your ass to where I'm at. We fucking. I'm not phone sex.
Listen, me and Brian had some of the best phone sex ever when we were long distance.
Really?
Yes.
I don't get it.
Brian, you gonna have to teach your boy how to have phone sex.
I don't get it. Phone sex? Y'all would just sit there and be talking. Like, what do you say? What is it that you say? I want to know. What do y'all say? Talk to me. I want to hear this shit. What do you say?
Wait a minute. Brian does most of the talking, so I'm gonna let him tell you.
All right, Brian, talk to Brian, phone sex her right now. I want to hear. What'd you say? Ooh, baby. Ooh, I can't wait to smack you on that ass. Oh yeah. What did you say?
No, so like the conversation would start off, you know what I mean, where I would just be like, "Oh God, I wish he was here. I'm so fucking horny." And then, then he might say something like, "Oh yeah, what you wearing?" You know what I mean? And I'd be like, "Well, I'm naked." And then it's a whole. And so the best thing about it is, like, Brian would talk me through my orgasm, right? Yeah. He would talk me, and everything he was saying was just making me more and more horny. You know what I mean? And so, and then I would hear him, and I'd be like, "Oh, you know what I mean?" It's a whole thing. I don't know. You don't know what you're missing.
You guys are funny. I need to listen. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I'm just more of a, I need the real thing. Because all that talking shit is just would only frustrate me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit there and keep talking about it, and then I can't get it. You there? Nah, nigga, I'm gonna need you to, yeah, fuck that. Like, we gonna have to get it. You know what I mean?
How long did we talk on the phone before we actually had sex? It had to be at least 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months of phone sex? Damn. That's
But
crazy.
guess what it was? That was such a build up to when we finally had sex.
Yeah. Was it like that?
You know what? Again, this is off the topic, but let me tell you about your friend.
She about to lie.
I'm not about to lie. Let me tell you about your friend.
Uh-oh.
I was getting a call. So I just told you about this 6 months of, at least 6 months. It might have been more. I'm thinking it's like 8 months.
Okay.
Of us just talking on the phone every day for hours, phone sex and stuff like that. So he finally books a flight. He's coming out here, right? So I know that means we fucking, right? I don't know where he got confused, but it was clear that like we fucking, right?
Yeah, if you on a plane, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, nigga.
So where I live, there's no major airport where we live. That's why we're moving. I hate it. Anyway, there's no major airport where we live. So he would, and the closest airport is in Oklahoma City, which is about an hour and a half maybe for me. But for whatever reason, I guess because it's a smaller airport, it's like double the price to fly in. You can get a flight to Dallas for $120 round trip. You want to come to OKC, you're going to pay $320. Okay. So he gets the flight to Dallas, which is then another 3-hour drive to come to me from Dallas. So he flies into Dallas. He gets his rental car. I'm talking to him the whole time on the phone. You know what I mean? So when he gets here, you already know the goods are good. You know what I mean? You already know I'm showered. I smell delicious. I'm cleanly shaven.
You ready?
Like it's going down, right?
It's going down.
Right. So he gets here and he says he doesn't have any condoms.
Okay. What happened?
I got another call. My family members are trying to call me right now. But anyway, he gets here and he says he doesn't have any condoms. Now, by the time he gets here, he had a lot of like issues. Something was wrong with his car. They didn't have his car or whatever. So he was supposed to get here at like 9, I think. And he didn't end up getting here till like midnight. Which was fine, which was fine. But so he says to me that his plan was that he was going to go get condoms the next morning.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a gentleman.
So you thought, just so I'm clear, so you thought we had been talking and we didn't fell in love. We didn't already say I love you and every fucking thing. And
really? Okay.
Anyway, we had already said I love you and every fucking thing. So you thought that you were going to come here and we was just going to get in the bed and sleep like two nice Christians, I guess.
Yeah,
and nothing was going to go down.
Listen, nothing is wrong with trying to be a gentleman and wait till morning.
Bullshit and lies. Bullshit.
All right.
So then he says, wait, here's the kicker, Paul. I might have laid in the bed and slept with him without having sex, frustrated and mad. But he says, I just want to give you head.
Yeah, listen, that's the gentlemanly thing to do. Okay? So
you honestly think that you're gonna give me head and not give me this dick? Are you fucking serious?
Hey, listen. If he was unprepared, the gentlemanly thing for him to do was to please you, worry about himself in the morning. If that's not some real man gentleman shit, I don't know what is.
That's
okay,
some
brother?
bullshit. It's some bullshit is what it is. And so guess what happened? Guess what happened? I just told y'all what my rules were, but guess what happened? We raw dogged that night.
Oh. I mean, listen, at that point, y'all had already told each other y'all loved each other. You know what I'm saying? And look at you two now, sitting on the couch, drinking Cavassier and married. Huh? Who tells me that long distance doesn't work?
You're right.
Huh?
This made me a believer in long distance relationships. But I told him, so the next day, no, in fact, I don't think we talked about it because by you know what I mean? That first night we had already raw dog, so we spent the whole rest of the time he was here raw. After he got back, I was like, so we just don't use condoms? Like, what we doing?
I mean, at that point, you might as well not use them. You know what I'm saying? Because you was already in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Boom.
Right. And you know, since there was never a question about like, am I going to get pregnant or whatever, because I can't. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a beautiful love story.
No, I think he should have been more prepared. And as I talk about it, I'm still a little annoyed that he wasn't prepared. Like, are you serious? Are you serious?
I mean,
then I'm like, that was your plan the whole time, wasn't it? No, I was going to go get up in the morning and go get condoms.
Go in the morning. He was going to go in the morning. He was going to worry about you that evening. And he was going to go in the morning and get them. And then, you know, and yeah.
I just told y'all I've been waiting on this dick for about 7-8 months.
6 months. I mean, yeah, but hey, shit happens. It worked out for you. You two are married now in holy matrimonial bliss. Okay? And now y'all can get the dick whenever you want.
So Brian and I have never used condoms at all.
I don't think you have if the first night you went raw doggity dog style. You know what I mean?
Right. Then I had to run to the doctor because I'm like, I don't know about this. Y'all, I got bad nerves about stuff like that. So I went to I had gone to the doctor. I think maybe I had told you that I had went to the doctor because I knew here's the thing. For me, if I know that I'm getting ready to take a new sex partner and they're probably going to be serious, I always go to the doctor beforehand, make sure the goods are good. So I knew I was straight. And I had told him, yeah, I went to the doctor, got everything, I'm straight. But he didn't tell me that, and I just let him just do whatever to me. I could just right now have some type of syphilis or something.
You ain't got that. Listen.
No, I mean then. I know I don't have it now, but then I could have. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
He was still cohorting with people.
Who?
Your baby mama.
I was not. I stayed there. Nothing happened.
He was still fucking his baby mama.
I was not at the time.
Listen, I know for a fact that he wasn't fucking her. I can tell you that right now.
Paul, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. Because
I know everything.
When him and I started talking, he was calling me from the baby mama house.
Oh, I know.
And I was like, y'all fucking?
No,
they were fucking initially, but once he thought that I had an issue with it, he stopped fucking her.
Oh, trust and believe. They wasn't fucking. I can verify that for a fact. I know they were.
Then he had this other girl. He used to call her the raggedy chick. He was fucking the raggedy chick.
Yes, what I called it.
Yeah. Okay, well, listen, he wasn't fucking his baby mama. Now, how about that? He wasn't fucking her.
Hey, look, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go out and come back in because the last comments I see is that Lotus Line is joined, and I feel like people had to have commented on that story I just gave. So.
What happened now?
What's the last comment you see from?
I can't. It says I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Hit it.
Well, no, but you gotta read it to me because when I go out and come back in, it'll show me the comments, but it won't show me what I missed already.
This is somebody said head leads to sex. Somebody said ask me am I a gentleman? Of course I'm a gentleman. I'm always a gentleman. And then
you're always a gentleman.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman. Oh wait, oh shit, shoot. Hold on, I done hit something on my screen. Wait a minute.
See, y'all, this is why I don't let him handle the comments because he just don't. Wait a minute, Brian is looking on his phone.
Yeah, let Brian read the comments.
Let me see, because Brian, exactly, you're gonna give me the D Adeline. I was like, he crazy. Mail lady said we was talking too much about sex and she out of town. Mail lady, you're gonna have to pull out the rose. Or you know what, Mail lady, you should do? Like Rod said, get you some out of town. You know, here's the thing, I've done a lot of shit sexually, so I don't really have a whole lot on my bucket list. But the one thing that is on my bucket list is that, like, I want to go out of town and have one of them, like, Stella Got a Groove Back. I want to meet, like, an islander or somebody that I don't fucking know. I want to have awesome, amazing sex the whole time I'm there and then be like, deuces. I just want to do it.
That's on your bucket list? Brian, what's on your sex bucket list? Talk to, I mean, what's on your list, bruh? What's on your list? What's on your mind? Say it, tell it.
I ain't never gave him no thought. They ain't really got a bucket list.
You got a bucket list, Paul? What's your bucket list?
I don't really have a bucket list. I don't really have a bucket list. You know, I don't have a bucket list.
So you feel like you've done everything you wanted to do?
I mean, I've done some things. You know, I've done some things. I've done some things. You know what I'm saying? It's not too much that I haven't really done sexually. You know, so
except anal.
Well, yeah, I'm not doing none of that shit. That shit is out the window. That's never happening.
Except
never ever.
Anal and period sex. You're not doing those.
That is not something. See, bucket lists are for things that you're striving to do. Things that you want to accomplish.
So what
those
about,
two things?
So you've had an orgy?
Excuse me?
You've had an orgy?
Come again?
I'm not about to play with him, huh?
I don't even know what that.
I know they do that up there. So I'm gonna just leave this right here. So have you had an orgy? Have you had an experience where there were more than 5 or 6 people in the room having sex at the time? And you guys were swapping partners. No. What?
I've been there. I mean, I've done some things. You know, I've done some things.
So you don't have anything on your list that you still really want to do sexually?
Not really. You know what I'm saying? Not really. I mean, I've done some things.
What about DP? Have you DP'd somebody?
Who? Come again?
Double penetration.
No, never done that. No, I've never done that. That means me, like, what? That means something. I mean, you gotta play in somebody's butt, right?
You could be the one in the pussy, and the other person could be in their butt. What you talk about?
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not. No butt for me. I don't know.
I just said you could be the one in the cooch, and he could be the one, and somebody else could be in the.
No.
So you don't want to DP anybody?
No. No.
I think
a girl. I think like, in a situation like that, I think the woman would want to have to be DP'd. You know what I mean?
Yes. What I asked is that something that you want to experience?
No. Nothing.
You're boring. You're boring.
Boring. I'm not boring. I'm exciting. Okay, like I'm exciting. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shit.
All right. Let's get back on topic because we always veer off into sex.
We always veer on.
Let's come on back.
Circle back.
My next question was going to be, so when you're in a relationship with someone, not somebody you kicking it with, somebody you've said, this is my lady. Do you think that it is okay for you all, or that it should be that you all have each other's passwords?
No. Excuse me?
Paul, why do you always play deaf when I ask a question?
Listen, I just want to make sure that I heard the question correctly. Excuse me? Come again? What?
Passwords.
Passwords as in what? Like, what do you mean passwords? I don't even know.
Like your cell phone password, your password on your computer.
What? Password? I've done it one time. I've done it once. I've done it one time.
Ross said we already know your answer to this one.
I've done it. I've done it once.
And what happened with the one time?
Nothing.
So you would do it again?
I don't think. I mean, I probably would. I mean, nah. I mean, I don't know.
Ross,
But I've done it once.
if you can't pop up, you definitely ain't getting the password.
I mean, you can't. You know what I'm saying? They don't, I mean, call me. I'm saying you just gotta call. I mean, why don't I keep drinking this bottle of vodka Deer Park when I don't even have any more in it? You know what I'm saying?
Sneezy said, sure, no secrets, go for what you know. And Flips and Design said, why won't Paul ever admit to anything?
First of all, I admit to things, okay? But, you know what I'm saying? I admit to things sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what it is, okay?
So for Brian and I think we know each other's passwords, but we don't know them. Like, so we don't have a problem. Like, if he picked up my phone and was like, hey, what's the password? I would give it to him. But neither one of us care enough to remember him, if that makes sense. So, but it's not a secret. Like, if he ever said, you know, what's your password? I would give it to him. And when I'll be like, when I'm on his phone, I'll be like, what's the last digits of your password? He gives it to me. It's not a secret for us.
Okay. Well, I mean, but that's, you know, that's cool. I mean, you guys have that, you know, that thing. You guys do.
What thing? What thing, Paul?
I mean, y'all got that. I mean, y'all got
you
that.
Mean trust?
Wait a minute. Don't wait a minute. What? Don't do that. Don't. You know what I'm saying? I just feel. You know what I'm saying? That again, just because we're dating, just because we're in a relationship.
I said somebody you were in a relationship with.
Did you let me finish? I said just because we're in a relationship or whatever, it doesn't mean
but
that
what are you hiding? What are you hiding?
What is with this? It means you're hiding something. That's what
that means. That's what
no, it does not. Just listen. Just because you are in a relationship, it doesn't mean that a person still does not should not still be allowed their own personal space. You get what I'm saying? Just because we're in a relationship, that means, oh, and you just got full access to do whatever. No, and it doesn't mean. Hold on.
Here's the thing.
Hold on.
9 times out of 10.
Hold on. It doesn't mean that you're hiding anything, but it still means that I should still have a level of freedom in my own personal space. Period. That's it.
You should, but here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, like I said, even though I know Brian's passwords, I don't be in his phone. Right. First of all, for one, I believe that if you go looking for something, you'll find it.
Right.
And for two, I believe that if I say I trust this man, then I trust him. But for most women, at least, it's really just about, will you give it to me? It's not I mean, of course, there are some women who are just going to be all through your phone because that's who they are. But when you find the right woman, it's not about me needing to be all in your business. I'm gonna read all your messages. It's just about, can I trust you enough that you'll give it to me, and can you trust me enough to give it to me?
What I have learned, if you give a nigga inch, a nigga gonna go 2. You give a nigga 3, they gonna go 4. You give a motherfucker a rope, they gonna be a goddamn cowgirl. That's all the fuck I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
What that means is that what you should have inadvertently learned is that you fucking with the wrong bitches. Like, you need to find some bitches that are more mature and more grown up. Because like I said,
I have talked to.
I've only gone through Brian's phone one time, and I told him I went through.
Okay, but listen. I have dated a lot of women in my life. Some a little bit more mature than others. Women with college degrees, master's degrees, and some more degrees, right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, education, or the level of education.
I said maturity.
Listen, level of education, maturity has nothing to do with this. It don't. Listen, it has nothing to do with this one little thing that women have that outweighs all that shit. You ready? Fucking women's intermission. Okay? Period. What? What y'all?
Here's the thing. No, I saw a fly on our ring light. I was like, what's this?
Oh, nigga, I thought you say. I thought there was something behind me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm in this motherfucker about to do it like a duck under the desk type shit, nigga. Don't do that shit. Like, I'm about to fuck. I was about to die.
You need to live right. So you wanted a problem. Live right.
Listen, don't do that shit. Don't do that. I was about to jump up the desk.
So, Adeline says, preach, Ebony. Ross says, degrees don't equal maturity. Exactly.
That's true.
Education don't have nothing to do with your maturity.
Listen,
Male lady says, I don't care to go through anybody's phone because I don't need them going through mine.
it's just a matter of respect. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of respect. I mean, so I just still think that in a relationship, you still should have your own personal space.
Here's the thing. I agree with you in the fact that it is a matter of respect. So like I said, even though I have Brian's password to his phone, I don't go all through his phone because I trust him. And because what I have found is that whatever is done in the dark will be brought to light. Even when I was married the first time, 14 years, I told my girlfriend, I was like, I know that he's cheating on me. I just, like you said, the intuition.
It's women's intuition.
I felt it deep down in my spirit. I was like, I know he's cheating, and I know he's lying. I said, but what he's doing will be brought to light. And it was. I never went through his phone. I didn't question him. I didn't give him grief. I didn't try to call nobody and see what you knew. I knew that eventually it was going to come out. And so that's why I say the level of women that you've been dealing with haven't been mature. Because when you're mature and you're, not only when you're mature, but you're secure in yourself, because a lot of that comes from insecurity within yourself.
Oh, okay.
When I'm secure. Here's what I know. Brian can cheat, lie, whatever, with any other bitch that he wants to, but he'll never find a bitch as solid as I am.
You know what? Check this out. Let me ask you a question. Women, you know, I hear women say, that's a good topic. Maybe we can talk about that on the next show, but I'm going to just touch on it a little bit. What is it about women that makes women say that very statement that you just said? That you can go out here, you can do all this, but you're never going to find another bitch as solid as me. What makes you so confident that you can say that so easily and so freely? How do you know?
Because I'm secure in who I am. And I don't, like, here's the thing. I would be lying to you because everybody has insecurities that creep here. And you know what I mean? Like sometimes I look in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm so fucking fat. But my character is what I'm talking about. So I'm secure in my character. And I'm secure in the fact that I know that I have treated Brian right. I have done everything that I know how to do right by him. So he can.
We don't hear you.
Whatever he wants with any other woman, and I know he will never find in any of those women what he has found in me. Now, here's the thing. I could be way off. Could be wrong. I'm not saying that it's not another woman out there that has the same qualities and can do the same shit for him. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that it does require a level of security in yourself.
Right. And I think that's all
to be with anybody. And generally, when you have trust issues, it's because people haven't dealt with their past. People haven't dealt with somebody cheated on me before, somebody lied to me before. I try to come into every situation and give everybody the benefit of the doubt that you're not him. So I don't walk into any relationship or any situation with all my trust issues just because the last one lied and cheated. I personally don't believe that like all men are liars and cheaters. When you feel that way, you need therapy. Like, you know what I mean? I just think that that's some shit that you have to work out because it is unfair when you bring your trust issues into a situation and put them on someone else and expect them to gain your trust, if you will. Everybody, for me, starts off on the same level playing ground. I trust you until you give me a reason not to. Is how I choose to go about all of my relationships.
Okay, I mean that's good, and that means that your maturity level is at a very high level. Bam, you know what I'm saying? And
but I also went to therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that I just woke up this perfect me. Like I went to therapy because my last relationship before Brian, my ex-husband, he cheated on me for 6 years of our 14-year marriage.
Oh.
And it left me kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Because again, in that situation, I was like, I was doing everything that I was supposed to do as a wife. You know what I mean? I was cooking and cleaning and taking care of the house and taking care of you emotionally and listening and, you know, all this shit, fucking them whenever, you know what I mean? Swinging from the chandelier, whatever. So
Did
for
you
me,
really
it was
swing?
like,
Did you really swing from a chandelier? Did you really? I'm just saying.
so for me, it was like, how, you know what I mean? And then at the same time, it was like, how could I have not seen that he was cheating all this time? Like, what was happening in my mind? What was going on with me that I could not have seen? You know, so anyway, after we broke up, I took like 2 years off, you know what I mean? Get myself together, work on me, find me, before I decided I was going to deal with somebody else. And what he would say to me when we would argue, he would always say, I am not your ex-husband. And I would always be like, why are you saying that? I never said you were him. And
Who
so
said that,
anyway,
Brian?
I went to therapy and found out that what I had was a deeper issue that started when I was a kid of feeling like I'm not good enough.
Wow. Preach on that. And that can be another subject we can talk about
That's
another
another
time.
topic. That's another
That's
topic.
another topic.
But
You know
to
what I'm saying?
me,
That's
so
another
many
topic.
relationship issues are because people haven't dealt with themselves.
Right. And that's why I was trying to unpack some shit in like the earlier episodes of our show, because I am finding out a lot of shit about my own self that I didn't even knew was there. Or I knew it was there probably, but I just kind of ignored it and shit. So I'm doing some self-healing, you know what I'm saying? Some unpacking, you know. But I'm not unpacking shit tonight. Nope, not gonna do it because we're not unpacking nothing shit tonight. We'll say that for another show down the road. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay,
But
let me
yeah,
read
I
some of
get
the
it.
comments. So
Okay.
Adeline says 11 years, no snooping, popping up, no nothing, and that shit came to light. Because I said it'll always come to light. Like you don't have to come looking for the shit. Eventually it will come to light. No person is able to cheat forever. You know what I'm saying? And not come to light. So then Sneezy says, if you trust someone enough with your life, raw dog, because if you raw dog, you trust them with your life. But don't trust them enough to give a password, that's a problem. So you're saying women, I'm asking you, Paul, you're saying women that you raw dogging with, you won't give them a password to your phone.
Excuse me? I didn't. I think you're getting a call or something because your phone went muted for a second. I didn't quite hear. What did you say? Come again? What? I've said I've given my password out one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long ago was that, Paul?
I've given my password out one time. I mean,
How long ago?
I've done it.
How long ago was that?
Listen, look, that's not important. The point is I've done it. Okay, I've done it. Okay, and I stand on that. Bam, and I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. Like I'm not afraid to do the shit. I mean, I've done it. You know, I've done it. That's all that matters. One time.
Yes, Adam, he's pleading the fifth again. Men
I didn't plead the fifth. I said I've done it. That's not pleading the fifth. I said I've done it.
So,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna play some music or some shit.
Nitrack says, am I pronouncing that right? Nitrack. It says, yeah, men get comfortable and sloppy when cheating, which is how it comes to light most of the time. Roz wants to know where'd you get the password?
I just don't care.
Roz, yeah, sometimes, man, I won't say that. Sometimes it's not that they got sloppy; it just got to a point where they didn't care. And I mean, I've been there. Like it just was like, who cares? Like if he finds out, I mean, I have blatantly looked a man in the eye and said, if this doesn't happen and this doesn't get fixed, I'm going to cheat on you. Like for whatever reason, you try to be honest, and I don't know if they think like you're just playing, but every time I've been completely honest with people, it's like they didn't hear what I said, but I told you that if you didn't fix this, and the third, I was going to get someone else. Like
okay, but let me ask you a question though. Let me that brings up a quick question, a quick topic. So if you told somebody, well, hey, well, like if you don't fix X, Y, Z, I'm gonna go out and cheat, would it have not just been easier to just leave?
Maybe, but so in that instance, it was my issue was sex, right? So I was
Whoa,
completely
what do you mean?
happy in
What
every
do you
other
mean sex?
aspect of our relationship. Huh?
But
But we weren't fucking enough for me. Right? So
so
like
wait, hold on,
here's
wait,
what happened. Here's what happened. My
hold on.
ex-fiance, when we first got together, we were fucking every day, all the time. I told y'all before I have a super high sex drive, so I'm good with that. Then I don't know if I told y'all, but I'm telling y'all now. I'm also a licensed minister, right? So
You did mention it on one of the shows. You
okay,
are a
so a year into the relationship, after we've been living together, sleeping in the same bed, fucking every other night or every night, going to parties, like we're doing our thing, he says to me that he doesn't want me to continue to, compromise what I believe, and he knows I'm a Christian and I'm a minister, so he doesn't think that we should have sex anymore. So initially, I said, okay, I respect that. I appreciate you trying to respect my
he
views.
wanted you to be closer to Jesus.
Listen, initially, I said, okay, I hear what you're saying. I appreciate you trying to respect my views, but if this is going to work, we can't sleep in the same bed every night. Like you're going to have to go move back to your place, because we're not going to sleep in the bed every night together and not be fucking. Like, it's just not going to happen for me. And he didn't want to do that.
So hold on. So you mean to tell me this dude was a good dude, and because he wasn't fucking, you told him that if you don't fix you fucking me, you're
I'm
gonna
going
go
to
fuck
fuck somebody
somebody else?
else. That's what I told him. Yeah.
What? That's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy.
Why
That's
is
heavy
that
duty.
heavy?
That's heavy. That's heavy duty. That is
Why is
heavy
that heavy?
duty.
What's heavy about it?
I just think that it's heavy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What if he was what if he was a really good dude and he was trying to respect your religious beliefs, and because he was trying to respect your religious belief, he was like, I'm gonna go fuck?
Yeah, but my religious beliefs are between me and God. So you let me take care of what me and God got going on. If I'm telling you this is what I need and want, or here's the thing, like I told him, initially, if that's what you want, that's fine. We weren't married or anything like that. Go to your place. He had his own place at the time because he would not let go of his place for a long time. Because I kept telling him, we're wasting money. You live at my house. We're wasting money, which you have in your own place. He wouldn't let go of his place. So he had a place. So I told him, if that's what you want to do, I'm on board, but you're going to have to go back to your house.
Right, but going back to his house wasn't the issue, because whether he was at your
The issue
house.
was, we're not getting ready to sleep next to each other every night after we've been fucking consistently for a year. Like, it'd be different if we had never started having sex. But we've been fucking consistently for a year, and now you want to just cold turkey say we're done until we get married, and we don't even have a wedding date at this point. You got to go back to
He wanted you to be closer to Jesus.
And the only way that
He
was going
wanted
to
you to
happen is
take
if
a
he went back to his
closer
house.
walk with thee.
The only way that was going to happen is if he went back to his house. And he didn't want to do that.
He didn't want to
So,
do
like
it.
I told him, I was like, so what's going to happen is either you're going to have to start fucking me or I'm going to fuck somebody else.
Oh, my goodness. Amen.
I said it clear.
I
said it in those exact words. There was no ambiguity. I was clear.
Listen. I mean, shit. Well, it doesn't matter, because it looks like it all worked out anyway for the better, because you and B Rabbit are together now. So it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? I think that was probably for the betterment of everything, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but the one thing
that got you closer to B Rabbit.
The positive thing that came from that relationship was it did push me to go to therapy. Because he did finally propose. By the time he proposed, I felt like we had bigger issues than the whole sex thing. So I was like, okay, listen, if we're going to get married, we have to go to counseling. So we started off therapy together, and then we started to have our individual sessions. During those individual sessions, the reason why I struggled so much with the sex thing was because I found through therapy, was because a lot of my worthiness I attached to sex. So I felt like I'm not worthy and you're not good enough. And I'm not good enough and you don't want me and you don't have a desire for me. If we're not having sex, what else can I do for you? So those were things that I found out about myself through therapy.
Oh.
So I recommend everybody go to therapy because you just
We all, I
unpack a
mean,
lot of shit.
I think we should all go to therapy. Well, I'm not gonna go like to a therapist person, you know, but I will.
Well, what
I will
therapy you going to then, Paul?
I will do I will do what I've been doing. I will take an inner look at myself.
That hasn't been working, babe.
Actually, as of late, it has been working. As a matter of fact, I've been just taking an inward look at myself. You know what I'm saying, and just dealing with some things that again that I had to come to terms with and come to grips with.
But let me ask you this: why are you saying that you won't go to an actual therapist?
I mean, that's for another show. We can talk about another show, but this is another show.
I definitely think that's an issue, and I think it's a Black people thing, honestly.
No. I mean, for some people, it may be a black thing or whatever, a Black issue thing. But for me, it's not really so much a Black issue thing. When I was it's a quick story. When I was living in Chicago, I used to work for a company called Neuropsych. Okay. And I was surrounded by counselors, therapists, psychiatrists, you name it, they were in there. So I talked to Dr. Marks and Dr. Hines one day, and I asked him, I pulled him up. I said, so, once you actually go to school and get get this little piece of paper on your wall that says whatever. I said, how much of this shit that, really becomes just, I don't know, your personal goddamn opinion or what you feel? And they both laughed at me and was like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just their opinion of what it is or whatever. So I'm not going to go sit there and have someone tell me basically their own motherfucking opinion for them to hit the little clock on the thing so they can get $150 an hour. I'm cool. For me, it's better.
I do think a lot of it is personal opinion, but it's still able to help you do some self-reflection that you had not considered before that.
Right. So for me, I don't know about other people. Sometimes it's best for you to come to your own understanding of things. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So for me, the steps that I've been taking, the walk that I've been taking lately hasn't come from no therapist. It's just been me standing in the mirror looking at myself, shit like, nigga, there's some things that we gotta change. And this is probably the reason why. And I've been unpacking my own shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I have been able to grow in these last few weeks, you know what I'm saying, over just dealing with a lot of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I get it. But I also think that even if it's not an official therapist, you have to have at least a friend. Because here's what happens. When you're in the frame of the picture, you don't always see outside the picture. So you have to have at least a friend who will help you do some introspection, who will ask some poignant questions, who will push you beyond what you're comfortable with. Because let's be honest, even when we're doing our own introspection, even when we're dealing with ourselves and looking at our own issues, we don't like to push ourselves past where we're comfortable.
No, and I will agree with that, you know what I'm saying, to some degree. But I think it also boils down to for me, it all boils down to how serious are you, you know what I'm saying, about really trying to make change in your fucking life. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I don't think, for me, no one can really push you deeper to enter reflection deeper than you can push yourself once you come to terms and come to grips that, you know what, maybe I do have a motherfucking problem. You know what? Maybe there is some shit that I really need to reconsider. So then you have to start looking at your life and, you know what I'm saying, like some of the things like I've unpacked just on the show itself and having to deal with, you know what I'm saying? So those are what?
I said you can't say maybe I have an issue with this because that's still leaving room for doubt.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So yeah, these are things I have issues with. That I've had issues with. You know what I'm saying? So I think that slowly but surely I've been unpacking those things.
Sneezy says self-reflection is great, but talking to someone who has an unbiased opinion is important.
I mean,
Here's what I do think that introspection is important, But I think that when you talk to it, whether it's a therapist or it's a friend, a wise friend, not just any friend, whether it's a therapist or a friend or whatever, those are the people who push you beyond what you are thinking, if that makes sense. Because, like I said, I knew that my struggle with the whole sex thing had to do with my worth. I knew that before I talked to a therapist. What I didn't connect was that it retched all the way back to my father.
Wretched. Whoa, wretched?
Yeah, retched.
Wretch around.
Well, yeah, it retched. What I didn't connect with was that it retched all the way back to my father. So now, because most of the time when you go to therapy, they don't give you the answers. You don't go into therapy and they just be like, well, this is what's wrong with you. You need to do this, 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 and this. They make you do the work and walk through it. And you know what I mean? So a lot of times it's really just a person that helps you go deeper. Because when we deal with ourselves, we don't always go as deep as, just because it's uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Just because we don't want to do it. So we make excuses for ourselves, and you know what I mean? And so when you deal with a therapist, they just kind of pull back the layers like an onion. They just kind of pull back the layers. And sometimes that's harder for us because we've been wearing those layers for so long that we hadn't even thought about what it was like when we was just a little bud, because now we done built 12 layers past that. You know what I mean? And so I recommend therapy to everyone. Ross says you dive deeper. Talking to others can sometimes ask you provoking things that can help. That's why, Paul, you have such a struggle when we do these lives, because you say I'm Geraldo because I ask more questions and I make you go deeper than you're comfortable with.
Right. I mean, yeah. You do. You do be asking like the thought-provoking questions, but you know what I'm saying. But my life and my past are things again. Like I know that I up until recently was struggling with them, and I pushed them down. And I pushed them down and pushed them down. But it gets to a point where you just get tired of pushing this shit down. So I'm just dealing with the shit now. I'm admitting certain things to myself now that that I never had. That I never had before. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I guess it's yeah, so yeah, that's all. That's good. But yeah, so it's getting late.
Flipson Design says therapists have the ability to provide certain tools to start our journey to healing that we aren't able to provide to ourselves. And Ross says admission and acceptance are the first steps.
Yeah, absolutely. And
what do y'all think we should talk about on the next show? We didn't even get to because I wanted to ask about what about plans? Before we end the show, I need to ask this. What about plans, Paul? When you're in a relationship with someone, do you think that you have the responsibility to tell your partner your plans and your schedule?
What do you mean? I don't understand that question. Like what? Huh?
Particularly if you don't live with the person.
My plans and schedule, what do you mean? My work schedule?
So you tell them, yeah, so I'm going to be at the gym till 8 o'clock tonight. When I leave there, I'm going to do so-and-so from 9 to 12. And I got a meeting with so-and-so. Do you tell people your plans?
What are y'all eating on? The fuck? I'm not eating. What y'all got?
Chips.
Oh, shit. Okay. You said, do I tell people my plans?
Your plans for the day. Or this is what I'm doing this weekend. Make your plans.
No. I'm working.
What?
I'm working. My plan is my plan. You ready? My plans are this. I'm typically at the gym from the time I get off from my night job, which is 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I go right back to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the gym from damn near, I start training people probably by 9 o'clock in the morning up and all day till I go right back to work. So it's really not that hard to find me. Hence why motherfuckers will try to pop up on me, because I'm in the same place all the time. And if I have something to do, I'm like, I got shit to do. What plans? What do you mean plans? I'm busy. I'm doing something. Usually, damn near every weekend for the last month or so, you know what I'm saying, my guys have had fights. So we have fights and stuff on the weekends, on Saturdays. And then on Sundays, I'm back in the gym training people. Like, I got shit to do. Like, but you know what I mean? Yeah. People know my plans,
So your answer to your girlfriend or your significant other is, I got shit to do?
Yes, I got shit to do. I mean, what am I supposed to say? I got shit to do. And if they ask me what shit, if someone would ask me what shit I got to do,
had a successful relationship in a long time.
if someone asks me what I'm doing, I'm like, I got this to do. I got my fights. I'm in the gym. My plans and shit, isn't that over the top. I'm either in the gym, I'm at work, I'm training, or I'm at the fights with my students, and I'm right back at motherfucking work. Like, I don't really have that extensive of a motherfucking life. I really don't. And I know people think that shit is a joke, but I'm dead ass. If I'm not at the gym, I'm at my night job. And
So let me ask you this: when you're in a relationship, do you do check-ins? Like, do you call her or text her and say, "Hey, leaving the gym now, on my way to my second job"? Like, do you do check-ins then?
Yeah, if I'm going to my next job, motherfuckers know. Like, I'm going to my next job.
No.
Yeah.
You said motherfuckers no. I said
I'm going to my next job.
Do you do check-ins? Do you let them know?
Say what?
I said, because you said motherfuckers no.
I'm going to my night job. Ooh, Brian, what you drinking?
Check-ins?
What you drinking on? Is that a Snapple? That looks like a Snapple.
Yeah, it's my Snapple too. He's drinking my Snapple apple. I said, do you do check-ins? Like, do you let them know? Or do you just assume that motherfuckers know I work, so I'm going to be at work? Do you do check-ins?
Now, here's the thing. Now, I will do that. I will say there have been times when I say, look, I'm about to get off from work. I'm going to my night job or whatever. But there are times, and there have been times, that, like, I'll go if I'm running late here, I'll go straight to work. Whatever. And I'm like, well, shit, like, I hit you later. I hit you in the morning or whatever. So, I mean, that's just what it is. I work. I mean, I don't be knowing what people will be expecting from me. I work. It's what I do all the time. I don't really have too much of a life. Really. I mean, it's a decent life. I love my life. But I'm hungry. And you guys are making me hungry by eating potato chips. What are you doing? Like, I don't even know what you guys talking about. I'll take the music sound. What? What?
It's time to end the live.
Oh shit! What happened?
It's time to go. If you on to your next job now?
I'm about to pack up and get on it out the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we don't even have time to play the closeout music. I had some really good closeout music that I like to close the show out with, but every time we always go over the time, so we don't really have time. So what we're about to do is go ahead and close on out of this thing and get out of here. And thank you guys.
Ladies, y'all are cracking me up right now. We're not about to do this. That's all I'm going to say to the ladies right now. Let's keep it classy, ladies. You can find all of these videos on my YouTube page. It's on my page. You can follow me at Ms. Hot Topic. You can follow Brian at Be Nostalgia, ENT Entertainment.
What is your YouTube page?
On my YouTube page is on my Instagram page because, I don't do it. Well, it's my name on YouTube is Ms. Hot Topic. So, yes, we're definitely having fun, ladies. Let's keep it that way.
Anyway, listen. Let's go ahead and
what are we going to talk about on Sunday?
I don't know. We don't ever know until like 10 minutes before the show. I mean, that's what we do. We might as well just go.
I gotta feel it in my spirit and see what happens. But anyway, guys, we hope you guys had a good time. I'm starving. I cooked dinner before the live and I didn't eat it, so I got to go.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to a great show. It has been fantastic. Only thing I want to do is try to continue to get more viewers. So I try to post about it earlier, but I don't really be having time because my class times be from 4:45 till oh my god. So I be forgetting to post about the shit. But
I'm
I
not
want to
serious,
thank
Mel lady. I'm always having a good time. I'm good over here.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Yeah, and thank you for joining the Steel Radio. I'm your man Steel. That's my co-host over there, Ebony, Miss Hot Topic, and my man B Rabbit. You know what I'm saying, aka the Green Eyed Genie. We will tune in again on Sunday at 8:30, 7:30 Central Time. Again, we don't know what we're going to talk about. We usually figure out the topic about 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying, sometimes 2 minutes before the show is what we do. But I am proud of us because we started at 8:35 this time instead of 9:05. So thank you again for tuning in to Steel Radio. I appreciate you guys, and stay tuned for more shows, and we see you guys on Sunday. Thank you, and we out of here. Peace.
Good night.